See you all. Just want to do a quick audio check. All right, good, good, good. All right, just give me a second, ladies and gentlemen. Let me just get a couple of things here going and we'll get started. All right, welcome everyone. My name is Fausto from Cybertrade University, and we are here to talk about the bull market or the bear market, whatever you want to call it. But obviously, it's been very excited regarding about this whole president election because there's been a lot of things that have been moving the market. But the big thing is to know what to trade, how to find them. And I'm going to show you how to keep things trading with just one or two very simple strategies that are going to take your trading to the next level. And at the end of this presentation, I'm going to invite all of you to come and join my trading room for one whole week where you could see this all live and what we do and how we trade it. Now, good to see you all. From just like to get just to let to know everyone, just get to know a little bit about where everybody's from. Can everybody just tell me where you guys logged in from? Farb, I see you from California. Don, I see from upstate New York. Great, great. Love it. Go up there all the time. I'm up in Catskills a lot. Massachusetts, East Coast, Cary. Okay, good, good, good. All right, good. Welcome, everyone. All right, so let me just get started. Like I said, I don't want to waste too much of everybody's time because we have a lot to cover. And just before we do that, just a quick little disclaimer, just to let you know that I'm not making any promises or guarantees. Full disclosure, there's no guarantees in trading. You can lose a lot of money in trading, so please be very smart and wise before you go out there and trade. There's a very high risk in trading. Now, here's a couple of things we're going to cover. We're going to talk about the presidential election, how it could change certain things. We're going to talk about the best stocks to trade in certain sectors. I'm going to show you what drives these stocks that go up and down so you know what side to be on. A couple of entries and exit points. I'm going to give you 5 of my favorite tips on how to trade in today's market conditions. Now, let's go live into the market really quick and let's have a little fun, right? Well, I mean, that's the whole part about it. So did anybody trade today? Anybody do any buying and selling and anything here? Anybody do any trades? All right. So what I want to show everyone is this. Now, does anyone here follow me on Instagram or TikTok or YouTube or X? Anybody here follow me at all? All right. Because what I want to do is I want to share you my, I'm just going to go to my Instagram page. All right. And let me I want to bring this video up really quick. This is the one I actually just did yesterday. Okay, it's yesterday's video. And let me click on Reels. And this is the one I just did. Nvidia alert. Buyers are moving in. It's time to follow. Let's look at that one. That one's wait. Oh, this one right here. This is a new one. A new stock runner alert. Catch this breakout before it's too late. That was the one that was just done yesterday. Okay. So I'm going to play this. So listen very carefully. It's about a 30-second video. Okay.
Really good day today, but you know what? There's another stock that's pushing it up. It might be the next Nvidia. Intel launched a new chip, and it might be even a takeover rumor. As you can see, it took a really big hit, but it's starting to make another big fill-in and could be a good gap fill. Seeing there's been big buying going on right here, it took a big seller at 23, but the real big orders are right around here. Get past 25? I'm not seeing anything up here. Over the years, Intel took a very, very big hit, and obviously a lot of the companies took over and beat them out of the water. But you know what? With the rumor of a buyout and now stepping into AI business, and at these prices, you could be looking at a very good buy. Nvidia's having a really good day today, but you know what? There's another stock that's pushing it up. It might be the next Nvidia.
Okay, so basically, I want to bring up the stock that I brought up. It was called Intel. Okay, so Intel yesterday, you could see it here. When I made that video, you could see it right around here, and the stock was trading right around $22. And you can see right now it went all the way up to a price around $24. Now, look at that big move in Intel. Literally ran from 22 all the way up to $24. And if you remember, if you listen to the video correctly, does everyone remember the number I said it had resistance levels? What was that number I said you had to be focused on? Let's see if you guys were paying attention. Should I go out there and play the video again? Gil is very good. Okay. Randall, very good. Well, we did talk about the gap fill, right? All right. So let me bring up the order book, because that's what we're here to learn. So I'm going to bring up Intel here, and I want to show you something pretty cool. All right. So this is called level 4. This is what we're going to learn. And when you look right here, you could see that this is what's called reading the future. This is called seeing every single order out there, okay, in the world that are getting in and out of stocks. And you could see how there was this little red line right here, and there's another one, and right here on the right, and I'll draw them at right here, it says current order book. You could see there's a 400,000 share seller, and now there's about 141,000 share seller. And you could see the stock started right around here, around 2280, and went all the way up here. Okay. That is if you do the math, actually, I'll do simple math for you. What is 23 minus 24? Can I answer that question? What is 23 minus 24? Julia, you're right. Gillis, you're right. Everybody, please answer this question, because if you can't answer this question, that means two things. Number one, you're confused, or number two, you're not paying attention. Okay. What is 24 minus 23? Greg, I didn't hear from you. Okay. Hal, I didn't hear from you. 1. Okay. It's very important, because I'm going to teach you something very lesson. 1 times 1,000 equals what? 1 times 1,000. Let's see if you guys could figure this answer. 1 times 1,000. I love math. It's $1,000, right? Now, if you times it by 5 days a week times 52 weeks, how much money is that? $260,000. Who here wouldn't mind making a $260,000 salary? How about this? How about you made a quarter of that? Forget about making 1,000. Let's say you made half that. Anyone here happy with that? Anyone here happy? Okay, good. So did I get everyone's attention yet? Is everybody following along? Now, the question you want to know is, why did it go up? Why did it stop at that number? Is it continue to go higher? And if you do the math, I don't know anybody who makes $1,000 in an hour other than traders. And that's why you're here. Minus taxes, Kerry. Kerry, that's a funny little mojo you post up there. Kerry, I want to pass this on to you. My account always taught me. Okay. If you're not paying taxes, okay, you got a serious problem. You know what that means? That means you're not making money. And if you're not making money, that's a serious problem. If you're paying taxes, that's a good thing. That means you're making money. So don't worry about it. The account will take care of that. So don't worry about paying taxes. All right. Because isn't that why you're doing this? You're here to make money, right? So always look at that. I always tell, I know everyone's like, oh, I hate paying taxes, this and that. That's okay. Your account will take care of that. The politicians you vote for will take care of that. Okay. Okay. That's why it's very important to make sure you pay attention on policy. But if you're not paying taxes, there's something wrong. Okay. That's why we're here. All right. So let me clear all drawings, and let's go back and want to know, why is it going up? What's the big move and everything else? Okay. So, and by the way, there were a bunch of other stocks that made some big moves too. You had a stock right here. OCTO went from, $1 to $5. CAPR, you could see here, this stock literally, you could see it went from, on a swing trade, from 5 up to 12. There are a lot of stocks out there we're moving. And I'm going to bring up my trading room. All right. I'm going to invite everybody in this trading room when we're done today. But the reason why I'm bringing you here is this. I want to show you this really quick. See this right here? That is our day swing watch list that was there this morning. Look at every stock that's on that list. If you look up every one of those stocks, they all, not all of them, but majority of them did really well this morning. Nvidia, Intel, AUR, MSGM, they all did well. CAPR, all of them did really well. Okay. This is why we're here. Okay. And actually, you can see here, one of our instructors, Josh, our head instructor here, was even talking about, hey, who's in Intel and so on. So these are the things that we do here. All right. Now, what I'm here to do today is this. I'm here to show you where we find them, how to trade them, and why everyone in here needs to learn how to trade if you want to make a successful career, because trading is a great job. You just got to know how to play the game. All right. So let me move this over. And when I get back to my PowerPoint. All right. And we'll come back to the market in another few moments. But let me just tell you, the reason why we're trading, it's not about just, Democrats, Republicans, and everything else. The big thing that we have to look at is we're all the same party. And we're the party of traders. Okay. And that's why my answer is, like Steve, you just answered, is no. Okay. To answer that question that we had earlier. We don't care what we trade. What we do care is not losing money, money management, and try to make a very successful career in doing this. But you have to pay attention. And it's very important when it comes to now going to a presidential election, is you got to focus on policy. Don't look at personality. Don't look at, black, white, green, red. Don't look at anything else. But as a trader, if you don't pay attention, and I know all of us have mutual funds, we have IRAs, everything, there are opportunities that if one party gets in, certain markets are going to move. If another party gets in, certain things, certain stocks are going to move, certain policies are going to make those stocks move. And you do not want to be on the wrong side. Okay. You can't take things personal. And that's what separates us from the general public. And how do I know this? Because I worked on Wall Street. Okay. I was a market maker, and I've learned that if you start taking things personal, this is how you're going to get yourself in trouble, because this is the reality how markets work. Okay. And that's that's why we have to focus on where the buyers are and where the sellers are. Now, how could this make an opportunity? This only comes every 4 years. And if you're watching the polls, it's almost like a dead heat right now. So there are certain things that are moving the market. It's just probably not what's happening now regarding about the election, because we still don't know who has a fair lead yet. But you got a war that's going on. Military stocks are doing well. You got energy stocks that are being affected. You have real estate that's going to be affected. That could have a lot to do with the polls too. There are stocks that are doing pretty well in those markets, but it all comes down to one thing: where are the buyers and where are the sellers? Where's the green and where's the red? Now, if anybody here, I always like to do this. This is pretty cool. Okay. Does anyone here use ChatGTP? Anybody use ChatGTP here? I'm just going to type something up right now. Hold on a second. All right. So I'm going to ask ChatGTP here, what is the success rate for traders with no education, or stock traders with no education? Let's see what ChatGTP tells us. Now, I know it's a lot. There's a failure rate. Estimated suggestion is about 80 to 90% rate of people that lose money. Okay, now I'm not going to hear, and this is the reason why: lack of strategy, risk management, overconfidence, everything else. Okay, now, why would you get in this business with an 80 to 90% failure rate, right? Now, the thing that probably we're going to ask ChatGTP is, who do they recommend? Well, what's the success rate? People who get educated. Okay, so what is the Test for I'm not a good typer, so please be patient with me. Now, this is very important because you want to basically see how an AI system, especially like ChatGPT, is going to educate you a little bit more. The success rate will range between 10 and 30%. Okay. Now we could ask ChatGPT, is Cyber Trading University a good company? Is Cyber Trading Unit, let's say University, a good school to learn from? Let's see what they say about Cyber Trading University, right? Cyber Trading is widely recognized, real time. Okay. Wow, a lot of information on me. Fausto's been around. Comprehensive. Got a trading room, ongoing education, focuses on, one-on-one. If you're serious about trading and willing to put the effort, Cyber Trading University is a solid platform, built your skills for short term. How about this? Anyone? I'll ask one more question. We'll get to the trading. How do you rank CTU? I don't know if it to other schools. Now, this is ChatGPT talking. This is an AI that everyone in the world is using. Some of the schools, Warrior Trade, Investopedia, CT Advantages, okay. Comprehensive. Okay, so basically you can see it's kind of put us in the top ranking as one of the top schools in the industry. Okay, so I don't want to bore you with this, guys, because I could sit there all day and ask it. But the thing is this, I love teaching people. And I travel around the world. I just came back from Toronto. And the reason why I like teaching people how to trade is because I hate seeing people being part of that 90% failure rate that ChatGPT just showed up. So the thing is this, did anyone ever knew that? Did you know that you were getting to an industry that's a 90% failure rate? Just give me a quick yes or no. Did anybody know that? No, that's pretty bad, right? Julia did. Okay, she knew. Okay. All right. Wow, a lot of you guys knew. So the big thing that you have to look at it is that we're all going to need to get educated, and we all need to find somebody that's going to fit our style, that's going to teach us how to do this successfully. Because let me tell you, trading is a great job. I love trading, but you got to know how to play the game. And the big thing is, how do you play the game properly? By following the big money. Because we all know we're just the ants on the floor getting crumbs. And now all we care about is the crumbs. So let me tell you a little bit about myself, and let me teach you how I'm going to show you how to follow the money. Now, before I do that, let me explain why who I am, why you're listening in. If some of you don't know me, I'm the founder of Cyber Trading University. I started the first school in the industry that taught people how to trade 30 years ago. Okay. And the reason why I got into this trading is because when you started out, you had to be licensed, you had to work for somebody, you had to split profits, everything else. And eventually I was a really good trader, and I'm a little bit more of an entrepreneur. And, and I'm like, you know what? I didn't like going back and forth to the city and traveling, and I like splitting the profits. They were obviously benefiting. And just like anybody else, some of you own businesses, and there are people that work for you, and eventually they open up their own business, right? So I was one of those people like, listen, I don't need them anymore. I've learned everything I need to learn. Now, how do I do that? Well, what I've learned is that it's almost impossible to go on your own without having the right infrastructure in place. And part of the right infrastructure is this. You got to have a good team around you. You got to train people to trade like you. Okay. And you just got to have a good infrastructure to do it. So back then, the only way to do that is have a brokerage firm. But I figured a way that I could do it through a school. So what I do is I teach my traders how to trade, and we all trade together in a trading room, just like I showed you earlier. So I want to invite all of you to come into that trading room. And, but I had to prove myself to the general public because to me, I was just a man in a corner behind a desk. So I competed against up the biggest traders in the world. I beat every single school I competed against. Okay. And, but to do that, and why I did that is why I'm here today, because I'm here to recruit traders so I could train so we can all trade together. Now, before we go on, I also wrote a book. Okay. I want to give it to everybody for free. All right. So if anyone is interested in my book, here's my email address right now. Just send me an email at faustopc2corp.com. Okay. And, just basically, you got a little time right here. Oops. What did I do here? Didn't want to do that. Just go into your inbox, type in Fausto. Why don't you do it now? It's better if you do it now because it's fresh in your mind so you don't forget. Okay. Go to Fausto. I just copy my email and just say, I don't know, please send me your book and type in your name, Fausto, because some of you don't have your name that comes up. So I always like to address you with your name, Fausto. All right. Can everybody do that? And just hit send. And I'm going to send you my book. Okay. It's a fast read. It's color. It's published by Wiley. They came up to me and they says, Fausto, we need a good day trading book. There's nothing really out there. So we really appreciate if you guys had it out there. So good. So you have it. All right. So while you guys are doing that, also let you just kind of even tell you a little bit more about me, how I got started. This is a bunch of kids tormenting Wall Street. It was on Forbes magazine. That's how I basically started, on that little stinking 15-inch monitor right there. And it was a challenge. And you know what? We made money back then. So everyone here could do that. And the thing is, over the years, I've surrounded myself with great traders. I've learned from great traders. I've been featured, from all the biggest brokerage firms in the industry. I'm also featured at NASDAQ talking about something I'm going to teach you today, which is called NASDAQ Book Viewer, because these exchanges want you to know how to trade the market. If you knew how to trade the market, you'll know how to play the game. You'll have a good fighting chance of not making money, but stop losing it. And that's what you got to focus on. And that's what trading is all about. So what I'm looking to do over the years, I've learned, I surround myself with great traders. My parents are immigrants from Italy. My dad always taught me, surround yourself with good traders. And you know what? Do something you like, but surround yourself with people good at it. And that's how you become very good at it. But listen, it's not about me. Okay. I'm not here to put feathers in my cap and tell you how great I am. This is really about you. I just wanted to let you know that I am no different of a human being like you. Okay. But when you look at what happened, what ChatGPT just told you and told you what a failure rate, I don't like reading that. I don't like seeing, because it's bad for the business. It's bad for the industry. And everyone that goes out there be like, oh, why would you want to be a trader? Everyone loses their money. Well, the reason why they lose money is exactly for the reason I just showed you. It's because lack of education and a lack of discipline. So getting back and why we're here about the market, is it going to continue to take off? Is the stock going to continue to move? Is the election going to have anything to do with it? Well, listen, there's a lot of sectors that can move the market in November. Defense, AI, energy, metals, infrastructure, all these things. And like I said, depending on what side of the aisle you are, it does not matter to us. But knowing where we are, where one is the other, we got to focus on it, because if you're a swing trader or you're an investor, the last thing you want to do is be caught on the wrong side. So for all the new opportunities out there for traders, let me show you how we find out and how these things do move. First of all, the way they move is this. The buyers and sellers will control the market. And the way we find these things that are moving is obviously it's showing up in the big percentage gainers and losers. So when you look at, and I showed you, let me bring this up again. When I show you this and you want to know where we found right here, all these stock watches that we found, and you want to know, I don't understand, it didn't come up my list, or my newsletter didn't tell me that. Well, the reason for that is that every one of those stocks are right here. Are right in the big percentage gainers and losers right here. CAPR, OCTO, Nvidia, Intel's not here. Intel, yeah, number 4 on the list. They're all here. They're all there. Now, you're probably asking, yeah, they're there, everything else, but how do you know which one is going to give you the least amount of risk with the high amount of reward? We didn't cover that yet, okay? But finding them is quite easy. Trading time, listen, I only trade the most volatile times first hour and the last hour. Sometimes I might even trade the last hour. But there are good times when to trade, and there's also good days to trade, also over the course of the week. So trading is not a full-time job. It's a part-time job. But finding them and knowing when to get out of them, the key thing to it is knowing where the buyers and sellers are. So what I want to talk about right now is something called level 3 and level 4. Now, I don't know if I could do this really quick. Let me see. I could do a poll. All right. So I'm going to do a quick poll right here. And my poll question is this. Who here has level 3 quotes? Now, you'll probably see a poll question popping up on your right. Can everyone just go out there and fill out that poll? And then I'm going to share it with everybody. And then I'm going to explain to you what it is, how it works. And you're going to see that you should have been here the day you probably started trading. So I'm just waiting for everybody to fill it out. And by the way, if you're a student of mine, please don't answer this question. I know we always have students like to come in and listen in, but always like to mention, don't answer if you're a student. Now, if you do not answer this question, okay, once again, 2 things. You're not paying attention, or 2, you're too embarrassed to tell you the truth. So if you don't answer the question, I'm going to take it as a no. All right. And that's okay. All right. I understand. Nothing to be nervous about. But I'm the adult in the room, and I'm going to have to treat now. And I'm going to look at you as my children. And sometimes the adult has to be honest with the person. I'm the teacher. I'm the adult. And if you're not going to answer the question, I'm going to tell you why people fail. Now, I'm going to stop the poll. I'm going to share it. And you can see how many people out there just clicked on no, yes, and not sure. So if you're not sure, I'll take that as a no. All right. So let me explain to you how things work. So I'm featured at NASDAQ, talking about NASDAQ Book Viewer all the time. And once again, I want to invite all of you to watch those videos. We have a great library of videos of shorts too, really short ones, like a minute, 30 seconds, just quick little videos to kind of give you a heads up on it, how to trade it. But let me explain to you how it works, and you're going to see how the market actually trades. So what we're going to do is we're going to focus on buyers and sellers. Now, over here is the buyers, and right here are the sellers. Okay, now what you're looking at right here, now listen to me carefully because this is quite amazing. You are witnessing every buyer and every seller in the entire world that are trading Tesla on the exchange. So you have a seat on the exchange. I had to pay, okay, and the people they sit on the floor had to pay millions of dollars to have a seat on this exchange, and I had to pay thousands of dollars to get this data. Today, it costs $15. Now, is 15 a lot? I don't know. When I paid $1,000 30 years ago and you pay $15, I don't know where the inflation is there. Okay. And then when people had to pay, several $1 million to sit on the New York Stock Exchange, and today you don't have to pay for that, something doesn't really make sense. But it does, because the way the exchange is looked at it this way. Why we got to keep it to a private club? We're a free market system. This ain't a private club. So they changed the laws, and now you have a seat to be on the exchange. Now, let me explain to you what we're looking at, and you're going to see why you've been trading blind this whole time. For some of you that have never seen this before, you're going to see every buyer on the exchange that are trading Tesla. You're going to see whoever wants to pay the most for the money and who wants to sell for the least amount of money. So you're like in one big chat room. That's basically what it is. You're in a chat room. You could see every order, and you could join them, and you could do everything. Now, let me show you what's going on here. Now, what we're looking for is something for the word iceberg. That's the magic word for today. An iceberg is a big block order. Okay. Now there's a lot of numbers there. There's a lot of orders out there, but 95% of what you're looking at on all those orders are not what you need to look at. You want to look at something where you're going to see the biggest significant buyers and sellers. So let's check a couple of examples. I'll show you what I mean. So here we're looking at a stock PLTR. All right. And you can see PLTR started right around here at 930. It went all the way down, stopped right at this number right here at 2936, and went all the way back to 3080. Now, why did it stop right here? Okay. The reason why it stopped by there, it wasn't a support level. There were buyers out there. That was the bid. That buyer right there is right here. That buyer right there is 238,000 shares that looking to be bought right there. So what you're seeing is every limit order out there in the market. Now, there's a lot of orders out there. There's a lot of 3-digit numbers, 4-digit numbers, 100, 200, 300. But you have a 6-digit number out there. And, I always like to do this, but hold on. This kind of always helps out. $200 shares times $29 equals $5,000, $5,800. 238,000. Oops, sorry about that. Times 29 is about almost $7 million. What do you think is going to make more of a support level? The few $1,000s or the 7 million? Okay. That's what made the stock go up and down, not what you're looking at on every, as in whatever you're looking at. Now let's look at our resistance levels. What makes the resistance levels? Sellers. And when you look at the resistance level and you see a stock go from $22.80 all the way to $24 and then decides not to go any higher and comes back down, why is that? Because if you look at the sell side, sell column right here, and I know it's kind of hard to read, but you see there's 6-digit numbers here. That's that order right there for 217,000. Now, am I scared of a 3,000 share seller? I don't know. I see a lot of them out there. Am I sell a 15,000? Well, it's a lot more than the 3,000. But knowing that the biggest number on that list is 200,000 out of every single price out there, yeah, I'll be scared to own that stock. And you know what? We don't like giving away profits because 2280 minus 24 is a lot of money. That's why I look at it. Now, let's look at another example. Nvidia. Nvidia is going down. Let's just use a hypothetical number. Stock's going down. Nvidia is going down. Now, can everyone here tell me what's going to make a support level in Nvidia? What's going to make this stock stop going lower? So that's a question for everyone. Let's see how everyone answers this question. Randall, congratulations, you're correct. Gillis, you're right. Robert, you're right. Ken, you're right. Large buyers, right? All buyers. Now, do you see buyers on a chart? You guys see any buyers out there? No. So what the hell is a chart going to do for us? How are we going to find the buyers, everyone? Because remember, you own Nvidia, it's going down. You're like, oh my God, what do I do? Do I sell it here? Do I buy more? What do? You got to know where the orders are. Well, when we go over here, we go to the exchange and pay 15 lousy stinking dollars for this tool. We could see that there's a 200,000 share buyer right at $107.50. Now, like I said, there are buyers everywhere. But the two biggest buyers are between 108 and really 107.50. What do you think is going to happen when we get down to that number? When we get to that $21 million worth of stock. Correcto. Hit it and went right up to 116. I'm going to ask everyone a personal question. How many times has that ever happened to you? How many times have you bought a stock and as soon as you buy it, it goes down? And as soon as you sell it, it goes up and you think that somebody's watching you? Ever happened to anyone? Story of my life, Gillis? Jan's got me a big fat check mark. Carrie says yes. Listen, they're not watching you. You know what the problem is? You're not watching them. If you knew where they were, would you want to own a stock coming up to a big order like that? I'll give you another example. Let's look at Apple. So Apple is launches a new iPhone, all this big news, right? So, okay, that might cause some, news, right? Meanwhile, Apple's going down. It's like, I don't understand. They just launched their new thing. This was all great, whatever it is. I thought it was pretty good. Or maybe Nvidia made this similar move, right? But there's always opportunities to get the stock. Nothing goes down to 200 down to zero. It's going to test not support levels. It's going to test other people going to think it's a buying opportunity. And when you work your way down, there was a 218 share, $218 buyers, 120 of them at 100 for over 116,000 shares. So what do you think? Now, when you're coming up to $25,000 worth of stock, what do you think is going to happen? Hit it and went right back up. Has nothing to do about the news. News is going to cause volatility. That's going to open up the buyers and sellers out there. Okay? That's what it's going to do. But why that number? Why not 215? Why did it stop at 218? And then, when you've been through this, you're like, I don't understand why. Or how about this? How many times have you guys missed that opportunity to buy it at that support levels? And like, I knew that number. You know what? You know why you were too late? Because you were looking at some dumb indicator, okay? Or you got distracted with something else. If you knew that order was out there, you'll make smarter and better trading decisions. Now, what happens to stocks at the resistance levels? AVGO, another one, big runner-up. They do it on brand name stocks. Where's the game plan on this one? Go to the exchange. Got 160,000 shares sitting there at 150. I don't know. I take that guy more seriously than the 200 share seller, the 150 share seller, the 400 share seller. Because we got about $24 million sitting over there. And there's 15 people that make up that 160,000. Didn't have that game plan. Not only did it the day before, but it also did it on the same day. It hit that resistance, came back down. Hit the resistance again, came back down. Now, don't tell me, oh, it's a double top, it's a triple bottom. Listen, I know that whole story. I know what that means, okay? Forget about that crap. The end of the day, there's 160,000 shares. Don't sit there and try to, be Einstein, okay? Don't try to connect the dots and cross the stars. Just follow the damn orders. It's just so much easier. Let's do one more example, ARRM. I'm just picking up any brand name stock, okay? Look at this one. Look at all those orders out there, 200, 500, 300, 400. But then when you get all the way down from 37 down to 38.40, now all of a sudden you got 72,000 shares. Now, this is just in pre-market. You could see it there. Now, knowing that was there and seeing how that stock had a big pop, what do you think is going to happen next? Boom. Not what the chart tells us. Chart tells us this thing looks awesome. This thing looks amazing. This thing's going higher. Follow the money. Because you didn't follow the money, stock went from 38 down to 33. And like I said before, don't tell me this never happened to you. Some of you said it happened all the time. Some of you are probably embarrassed to admit it. That's okay. We're going to fix that problem. Because the problem is you have to look yourself in the mirror and you have to ask yourself, who really trained you? Right? Who really trained you? And even if you did get trained, is it working for you? Because I could tell you this, I've been there and I've done that. Maybe some of you, I mean, like, have to look at it where if you wanted to be, I don't know, a fireman, who are you going to learn from? Your professor in school to teach you, how to be a fireman? No, you get in the fireman business. All right. If you wanted to be a dentist, who are you going to learn from? Your plumber? Your dad? Your mom? I mean, who are you going to learn to? You're going to go work for a dentist. And you probably want to work for a good one too, right? I mean, it's not that complicated, fellow traders. Gillis says level 3 was my light in the dark. And that's okay. And I'm glad you admit it, Gillis, because that's why we're here. Because there's a lot of people here today that are still lost and still can't, knew this existed, but didn't know where to get it. Well, guess what? You're in good hands. I'm going to tell you where to get it right here. I want all of you, if you are listening right now and you want to have a seat on the exchange, I want you to email me right now. Okay? Before you forget. That's my email. Open up your inbox. I'm going to do this again. Okay? By the way, I got a lot of you email me about the book. Elon, I got mail. Look at all these people that email me up the book. Terry, George, good. I'm glad. I'm good. You know what? That makes me excited. That means you guys are paying attention. Okay. Once again, Fausto, send me NASDAQ book, and then type in your name, Fausto. Okay, I sent it. All right. Let me see how many of you guys are going to email me back right now. Oh, there's my email. See it right there. So listen, if you want to know how to follow and know exactly, get this data, what I want to do is this. I'm going to give everybody 2 videos. I'm not going to send to the website because you know what's going to happen if I do that. Number one, you're going to buy the wrong one. Number 2, you're not going to have the default set up right. Okay. So let me give you 2 videos of 5 minutes, show you where to get it, which ones you need, and everything else. George, thank you very much. I just got George's email. There you go. All right, see you guys. Kindly send you NASDAQ. No problem. Got it. Misty, got yours. There you go. I just want to see how many people are going to register right now. This is awesome. We got, I know we have students in here already, so some of you already have it, but close to 100 people in there. We should be getting everybody here that registers for this thing right now. Okay. Now, if you don't think if that's worth it, oh, there we go. I see you guys coming. There you go. Misty, Groven, Mel, Govin the trader, Mel Stewart. Good. All right. Now, I want to cover one more last thing. I want to talk about level 4. So if you think level 3 was pretty cool, watch this. Level 4 is basically going to show you the same stuff, but it's going to put it on a heat map. Okay. Now, the way that works is this. Let me go to the execution system. Anybody here trade Nvidia? I assume everyone here heard about the fabulous 7s, right? Nvidia. Okay, let's look at Nvidia really quick. Okay, I'm going to bring up Nvidia. Nvidia. Okay. So Nvidia, long term, you could see from here, stock is just in the rough about $25, right? And then you could see you got some resistance at 130. You got some resistance at 135, right? Everybody see that? Everybody agree with me? 140. So you can see like that's resistance. That's resistance. That's a lot of resistance right there. We're trading right here 125. So that was like support there. You got some there. The real big ones are right around here. 130, 135, 140. Okay. So I'm going to ask everybody this question. What makes a support and resistance levels on a chart? What makes a support and resistance? By the way, a bunch of you just registered. I got everyone's name right here. Everyone's still registering. I see times are coming in right now. So buyers and sellers, right? Okay. You ready to see something really cool? Watch this. Clear all this out. And I'm going to bring up level 4. Let me bring this up again. And let me simplify this a little bit more. Okay. Bring this up here. So you could see here, so you can watch on 2 different charts right here. There you go. Okay. And everybody see that right there? See 25? That was support levels right there. That was resistance. How many sellers are out there? Look right here. A big red line. 1.7 million shares. 1.7, right? Now, see what happened when the market opened up? It went from 22, stopped at 125. He was out there since 9:30 this morning, and you could have saw him at 9:30 this morning, okay? And guess what? Did he leave? Yes or no? Did he leave? No, he didn't. Did he get executed? No. Which tells me that's why I didn't go past 125. Now, could it break 125? Sure, no problem. And if we zoom out, ooh, what do you know? 2 million shares at 130. Didn't we say 130 was a resistance? Yeah, I think we did. Ooh, 140. 2 million shares. Ooh, 150. 1.6 million, which we did not see that. We didn't see that 150. So let me bring this over here for you. What are those numbers right there? So do I rest my case? Who here would do better and smarter trading decisions if you knew where these orders were? And how many times these orders break these resistance levels? Now, we want to know the other crazy thing? Where are the buyers? Do you see any buyers, any support levels around here? Any buyers? Yeah, you got a buyer there for 700,000 at 100, which is about $25 away, right? So looking at this right here, because this is where things start getting, how about this? Who here swings trades? Anybody here swing trade? Okay, of course you do. All right. Does this stock look like it has more resistance levels from going higher, or it has more support levels? Exactly. So when someone comes up to me and says, oh, this stock's going to 160 at the end of the year, I'm like, okay, if you think so. I don't. You know why? Because I'm going to show you why. You ready for this? I'm going to go back to my Instagram. And you can see this on YouTube. You see this video right here? This one right here? Almost 1 million views. It went viral on my Instagram, okay? And I want you just to watch it just very briefly. Now, this video, I think, is about, I did it in June, okay? Actually, Rich, could you show the one in YouTube? Because everyone doesn't have Instagram. I want to play this video for you, all right? And watch it very carefully. All right. Can everyone read that? If you think NVIDIA is going to go hit 140, you might be right. But there's one problem. There's 1.1 million shares that are going to be sold at 135, and there's about another 1.6 at 140. Now, if you read and take the time to read all the comments, there were over 2,000 comments that people liked it. You'll see people bash the shit out of me. Oh, Fausto, you know what you're talking about. This stock is the greatest company since sliced bread. This thing's you're just a negative trader, this and that. Okay. Well, you know what? When I posted that, That stock went from 140 down to 90. Now, I'm not saying I'm a genius because I'm far from it. Wasn't the smartest kid in my class. I probably didn't think I was in the lowest. But I know one thing I was good at. I was good at math. Okay? And the math does not lie. And the math tells you there's big sellers out here. And if there's sellers out there and you want to know why it's not going higher, which you could see from the chart, it wasn't doing it, that's the reason why. So, did I get everyone's attention? Okay. All right. This is why Cybertrade University has a 5-star rating on Google. I don't even know if anyone even seen a 5-star rating Google, but doing this for 30 years and to have that type of a rating is unprecedented. Okay. I think it's very rare that you'll ever see that. And the reason why it is because we're real traders. We have great customer service, and that's basically our expertise. Now, if you guys have not done it already, make sure you subscribe to our channels: Facebook, Twitter, X, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, whatever you're a fan of. But just make sure you like us, friend us, and give us a thumbs up. Okay, really appreciate that. Now, not only are we very popular on Google, but we're endorsed by every brokerage firm and every exchange in the industry. I don't think anyone here would ever even seen this. And honestly, and you might not like the way I am or the style, but I'm going to just give everyone a little advice. If you are going to learn from somebody, make sure you check out and see they're endorsed by brokerage firms, because these people do a lot of credit checks on us, background checks. I want to make sure that if they're going to put me in front of their audience, we really know what we're talking about. But you got to remember, well, like I told you earlier, the way you learn to be a good trader, you got to learn before you could earn. Now, this is what I'm going to do right now. I want to invite all of you guys to come into my trading room. I want to introduce you to my team. I want to show you the traders that I train that just like you, because let me tell you, it's never too late to learn. Never too late. And this is all you need to do. I'm not looking for free people, okay? But I am asking for a application fee of $9. That's it. If you like what you hear and you want to learn and see how we found stocks, listen, you could have made, I don't know, if you bought 1,000 shares of Intel, you got half that, you'd have made 500. It pays for itself. But for $9, I'm going to give you 1 week access to my staff, to coaching, to the trading room, to our education, everything. I can't teach you how to make money in an hour. I know I got a lot of everyone's attention, but I can't teach you in less than an hour. And in that class, we're going to do commentaries. We're going to give you access to all the traders in the room. Basically, we're going to show you how to find these iceberg orders. We're going to show you how to use the tools. We do events, live coaching. We're going to give you, everyone's going to get to talk to someone in our staff, everything. So you're going to get all this good stuff, all for $9. Now, all you need to do is you can click on that link right now, take your phone, you could scan that QR code, you turn on your camera, you could do it. It's pretty easy if you just do that way. Or you can call us. If you want to call us, you feel uncomfortable, no problem. Listen, we actually have a phone number, believe it or not. How many times some people are like, understand, I can't call the company I did business with. Hey, there's our number right there. 877-70-CYBER is also the abbreviation of it. All right. Now, a couple of questions people always ask me. 2 questions. If you have any questions, let me know. But some people think I never heard of level 4 before, and I guess I get it. Well, first of all, was he a market maker? Some people never, unless you're a trader, you would never know about it. Some people think, what size of account do I need? The only size account that you need right now is $9. That's all you need. You don't need a brokerage account. You just need to watch and see that we teach you how to figure this on your own. So don't worry about any of this crazy stuff. All right. Now, the way the Cyber Group trading room works is we run from 8 o'clock in the morning to 4:30 in the afternoon. You can come in at any time you want. I preferably recommend you be there for the first hour of the open, or if you're West Coast, you can always do the afternoon. You don't got to be there all day. You could stay there if you want, but you don't have to be there all day. All right. You don't need any special softwares. You don't need anything. If you got into this room, then you have no problem getting into our trading room. Okay. Now, let's just jump into the chat. If anyone has any questions, feel free to do it. But once again, all it costs is $9. That's it. Now, I do get a question. People do ask me, what is it after a week? We're not going to charge you. Listen, I don't need your $9. Actually, if you're not happy, I'll give you money back, 100% money guaranteed. Okay. I am just looking for serious traders that I could train, because what happens is I teach my traders to be so good. Eventually, I teach you how to go teach other people. Eventually, you go on your own. There's a lot of schools out there that are students. Okay. Very proud of it. Hopefully, you guys could be one of them. So we don't hold anyone hostage. And another thing I'm going to do as a bonus, if you do register, I will actually give you a free coaching class. Could you imagine talking to me? And you know what? The reason why I do that is because everyone here has, listen, maybe you're not a good typer. You don't want to ask the questions in the room. But you know what? After you're in the trading room, if you take it seriously and you want to really, really think this seriously, if this is for you or not, I would take the patience and the time to talk to you. And this is all for $9. All right. Now, Gillis, thank you for another interesting session. Your trading room, after room. Thank you. Listen, I'll see Gillis in the trading room. Thanks for being here. I'm glad you enjoyed it. All right. And by the way, these are all the good things you're going to get out of it. Room. All right there. Now, guys, listen, it's $9. That's all it is. $9 stinking dollars. It's not $90, not $900, it's not $9,000. If you can't afford, and this is the way I look at it, if you can't afford $9, you should not be trading. And if you're somebody that's looking for free stuff, I'm going to do you a big favor. Close your brokerage account and start looking for a stockbroker, or give it to a mutual fund and just stick to your day job. Okay? Because I just showed you level 3 and it cost $15. I just came back from Toronto and I was in front of an audience of over 100 people. And I had people that were coming up to me like, oh, does my broker offer for free? And I'm like, no, they don't. They're like, why not? He says, because the exchanges don't work for free. Okay. And if your brokerage firm's working for free, there's something wrong. There's definitely a catch. And I know what they're doing. I'm not going to tell you what it is. You come to my trading room, I'll show you how they do it, because a pitch is worth 1,000 words. Okay. But if you can't afford $9, you should not afford to trade. That's where it comes down to it. So if you're for somebody for free, don't take this the wrong way. All right. I'm a little, harsh at certain times, but I like to be honest with you. My dad was always honest with me. Someone has to be the adult in a room. I'm telling you right now, you're going to lose. It's a 90% failure rate. And the reason why people fail is because they look for free stuff and they try to figure out on your own. For $9 stinking dollars, what I just showed you in less than 30 minutes, imagine seeing it for a whole week. Shannon, you were there in Toronto? Okay. So you probably were standing there in the audience. You saw everybody coming up to me at the end of the show, and they were all asking me the same question. Yeah, not all of them. There was like one person, 2 people were asking me, how do we get this for free? And I kept telling them, like nothing is for free. If you're for free, you shouldn't be here. Okay. I am here for free to kind of tell you why free is not good. That's where it is. Oh, okay. You were talking to me and my wife when we were there. Okay. Okay. Well, it's nice to see you again, Sean. Nice to see you. And hopefully I get you in the trading room and hopefully you become a student of ours. All right. But great to see you, Sean. Nice to see you. Now, does anyone here have any other questions? A couple of shout outs right here. So, Daniel, I got your registration from Washington, District of Columbia. Welcome aboard. Who else we got here? Sean. Is that you, Sean? Yeah, I just got your registration. There you go. From Ontario, Canada. That's you. Got your registration. Welcome aboard. Andrew, got your registration. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Look forward to teaching you. Susie, got your registration. Welcome aboard. All right. Who else we got here that registered? Milred, got your registration from Oklahoma. Oh, and I got this guy, Aro, from Dubai. All right, good. Welcome aboard. Good to hear. All right, once again, this is everything that you're going to get. You're going to get the live trading room. You get 3 additional workshops, Traders Talk Library. First 20 people are going to get a free coaching, all that stuff. By the way, what are they trading right now? Let's see what the traders are looking at. So right now we got about 177 traders right here. It's actually the slow time of the day. These are all our instructors. These are all our traders down here. You scroll down. You can see Josh and Rich are really working the room right now. They're looking at the stock right here, AUR. We're looking at TradeStation. So they're looking at what's going on right here. This is like this is level 3 right here. So we kind of use different platforms. I don't know if anyone here is like Thinkorswim or Schwab or TradeStation, Interactive Brokers. We kind of showcase a little bit of all of them. All right. We have no allegiance to any brokerage firm. Let me clear the views. Oops. Wrong one. There we go. All right. So I got to go, ladies and gentlemen. Last chance. Get registered. You're at the best time of the year to trade. September, October, November. You got an election year. You got a tie that's going on with politics going on between, the Democrats and Republicans with Trump and, Harris and so on. They all have different ideologies and policies. It's going to affect certain stocks. You got to get prepared for it. That's it. Can I provide any level 3 and level 4 for Indian stocks? No, I don't trade the India market. Okay. And actually, a lot of people from other countries actually like to trade the US market because the volatility and all that. But being in India, you could trade US markets. Absolutely. Okay. I was just in Canada and everyone's trading US market because Toronto market doesn't have the volatility out there. And by the way, you know what? If you can learn what I teach you to apply it towards other exchanges, if it's, the German market, the Italian market, the Asian market, the Indian market, you can learn that. Okay. All right. Just a couple of people just registered also. I got yours, George from Georgia. Okay. That rhymes. Got your registration. Chris H from San Antonio, Texas. All right. Good, good. Love to see all those registrations. $9. $9. And I lose money. I lose a lot of money just about to get to do that. But you know what? It's worth it to me because if I can teach you to be a good trader, we're going to make money together. That's really what it comes down to it. If you got a passion to trade, all right, and you really want to take this seriously, and I could see it that it's in you, I'm going to recruit you. And if I recruit you, I'm going to take you under my wing, and we're going to do this together. Okay, not just me, all my instructors and all my traders. If it's not for you, at least you could say you tried it. But don't go out there and think you're going to do it on your own. Trust me. We just asked ChatGPT that question, and it wasn't really that good of an answer. All right. So traders, let me go. I'm going to get back to my room. I got everyone registered here. If you did not register, I get it. No problem. I understand it's not for everyone, but definitely go out there and learn from someone. Okay. You can't do this on your own. You got to learn a couple of classes with different people. Don't spend a lot of money. You might down the road, but do your homework, do your research, be patient. Stock market's not going out of business. You don't have to learn this all in one day, but you got to start somewhere. You got to find the right team out there to do it. All right. Jovan had a problem. I can't process through my debit card. You just give us a call right there. 516-280-5350, or you can call us on our 800 number. Here's our 800 number. Where's our 800 number? You can call this number right here if it's not working properly. Okay, Jovan? There you go. Just post it up there for you. All right, traders. Thanks for listening. I'll see you all in class. All right. Well, I'll see you tomorrow morning in the trading room. And don't forget, everyone here is going to book an appointment. You can talk to education advisor. Make sure you listen, talk to them. Let them show you the videos. Let them show you what you have to watch. Let me show you all the classes we're going to give you. So when you come into the trading room, you don't trade blind.